Smart's like to bring you in. Would you compromise your music to get on the channels? Would you compromise your music? Rishi's saying that you're Asian, so you have a license almost to use the toll beat, to use it. You don't want to do it? No. Do Asian artists have to do that?
No, it's important for us Asian artists to, use elements and that, but in the right way, not just for the sake of using it. At the end of the day, if I feel I have a concept of a track that requires Asian elements, I'm going to use it. If not, I'm not just going to have it in the track for the sake of having it in the track.
Roach.
If you're a musician, you're an artist, you have to know what your target audience is. If you're trying to make a song for the Asian artist, then you got to have the Asian element to it. So let me give you an example. Say you have a hip-hop song, and you put it on Brit Asia. They'll play your music, they respect it as an artist, but will they get that heavy rotation? No. Why? Because that music is not catering for that market. In comparison to, say, for example, you watch MTV or MTV Base. Do they play an all Bhangra track? Will they ever play an all Bhangra track? PMC's Beware of the Boys, they only got played because why? Because Jay-Z was on it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's about your target audience, which you're trying to go for, and then you have to cater to that. I'm the perfect example, because when I first came and Rishi met me like 7 years ago, I was like the hardest man. I was wearing camouflage, bandanas, gold teeth. I was like the hardest reggae man you could find. And then I met Surinder, I met Rishi, and these guys coached me and said, you know what? The market that you're trying to go. So everybody, like, I'm not going to say that you're doing it the wrong way or I'm doing the right way. Everybody has their own way to do it. So when they coached me, they said, if you want to hit the Asian market, then you have to have some Asian element in it. Doesn't mean I have to speak Punjabi or anything, but just like Rishi, you have the Asian sounds, the authentic sounds like flutes or the sitars and stuff. Something to give the audience a chance to be like, oh, that sounds cool. Do you know what I mean? For the little kids or even the older people. If, say for example, you're doing a hip hop track, all hip hop, some people might like it, not everybody will like it. But then if you give them a little bit like tumbi in it or tol in it, no, it doesn't have to be that, but you get what I'm saying. Then they're more prone to listen to it because they feel a bit more comfortable because they've been already broken into that sound. So they'll give you the ear to listen to it. And another thing I wanted to say was, every artist has to understand, it's not about one song. It's not about that one song. Yeah, I made one song. It's on TV, it's on Brit Asia, it's on this channel, I'm a star. It doesn't work like that. Look at Apache. Movie over India. Chuck Day, Don Raja. I'm in Canada. I'm listening to him. But worldwide success was Boom Shakalak to a whole next level because that was on a major level. He switched it around. Also, originality is the key to success. You have to be unique. Do you know what I'm saying? So say, for example, I come out rapping. Say I come out singing just strictly reggae. There's Movado, there's Vibes Cartel, there's Busy Signal, there's all these people. The black man's not going to listen to me over them. I have to do something that they can't do. So I'm going to flip it. I'm going to put a little bit Asian in it. So I can do you, but you can't do me. Do you get what I'm saying? So originality. Why Apache is so successful in his day, you had Frankie Paul, Maxi Priest, you had Beanie Man, Supercat. But why did Apache stand out? Because he took his own culture with him, something they can't do. So same thing with Rishi, Jay Sean, everybody. All these artists are successful because their originality. When you turn the radio on, you hear Jay-Z. You don't have to ask somebody who's that singing because you know that's Jay-Z. Eminem, same thing. Because why? Because they're original in what they do. So my at least advice to artists is just be original, be yourself. Don't worry about people, just do you. And every other artist, don't worry about what they're doing, you just do yourself. Same thing with Imran Khan, why he was so popular, because he did him. Now if you heard Amplifier with a tumbi and tol in it, I promise you it would never be that big. The reason why it was so big is because it's a game changer. It's something different that's out there that kids are not used to listening to, so they catch on to it. Just my opinion.
Now, I respect your opinion and what you're saying about knowing your audience. Obviously, I'm an artist. I don't make music, first of all, to please everybody. You can't do that, yeah? So at the end of the day, I stay true to myself. If I'm feeling something, I'm going to let you know about it through my music. Do you know what I mean? That's how I work. That's how I vent my artistry. Do you know what I mean? First and foremost. At the end of the day, Rishi made a point about grime artists all sounding the same, but how many Bhangra tunes sound the same? How many times are you not going to use the same loops and the same styles and the same patterns? People are quick to judge us urban artists, but not even give us the time of day and listen to our stuff, but yet have the cheek to comment and say we all sound the same. I think that's very rude and very ignorant.
I'd like to bring some of these guys in over here.
Hi guys, my name is Jai Cheed. I'm a Bhangra artist. Seeing as you picked on it now, we'll get into it. The thing is, it's hard for everyone, yeah. It's hard for me. I've been doing this for 7 years, being on features here, features there. And same what we were talking about with Roach. You can't get number one straight away, and you got to build yourself up. I mean, I did tracks with people that even nobody knew who they were, and I said, "I'll work with work with me. Yeah, let's work." And we built it up. Then I picked the next person I was going to work with, worked with them. Eventually, it's taken me 7 years to release my own song, and that's work with so many different people. I could have done the song straight away, and I could have said, "Play my stuff." Oh, I did a song 4 years ago now. It was an urban song. It was me. It had a rapper and an R&B girl on there, and it got played. Thanks a lot, guys. But nobody cared after that. I missed my target audience. I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do something different, and I did it. And I got respect from the media. They said, "All right, well done. This guy's come out and he's done something different." But nobody cared after that. The people didn't go out and buy it. So then I turned around and I said, if this is my job, if this is my career, I'm not saying sell yourself out, but you got to find out who you are. And if this is your job, you got to go out. If you're selling a product and it's not selling, do you pack up your shop and leave, or do you change your product? And for me, music is my life and career. And I could have done loads of different things. Eventually now, even after all that time, I released something completely different. I released an Asian Punjabi song, but it was a sad song. And nobody does that. People do it. But I came out as a new person to say, look, I'm going to do something different. I'm not selling out. It's got no Indian elements to the song, apart from the lyrics. But this is what you can still be yourself and still kind of, still get the respect as well.
I'm just going to say, first of all, I think if I'm going to be watching back at this program and I'm a newcomer, I'm going to be very disheartened by actually entering, or I'm going to be very it's going to be a very negative sort of approach to me. So I'm going to try bringing a bit of a positive spin to it. I mean, in regards to new artists and products that they want to come out with, etc., you have to say, maybe you need a big product, maybe you need big marketing, PR, etc. I mean, I'm just going to try putting a perspective on the mainstream market. I can only think of one video. I think it was is a video that was shot on a phone. I think it's a Rizzle Kicks. Was it Rizzle Kicks? Mama do the hump hump, or one of them videos anyway. But I mean, that track itself, it was shot on an iPhone. I think it was literally, and it got worldwide success. So I think, first of all, I think in that regards is, if you are a producer, musician, whatever you do, if you believe in your product and know that it's solid, then I believe that, all these sort of things in regards to marketing and stuff can come afterwards. I'm a DJ, so I openly credit the musicians and people that I work with, because I treat them like family. They're close friends of mine, and that's how I've done it since day one. I've been DJing before that for, I'd say, 10 years, but I only got more recognition because of the fact that I released a song last year. In a sense, you could say I did that strategically, but I knew the amount of DJs that were already out there, who was doing what and how to do things different. But it's not for saying that I'm just going to put a half-hearted effort out there in regards to a song just to try and make a bit of money, because there's a lot of DJs actually doing that. I believe that, like our Roach said, you do need to stand out. You need to have your own substance and element. And looking at examples within this room as well, you've got Roach, you've got Rishi, you've got Safri G, you've got Jetty. The rappers and stuff I'm not really too much into, but I mean, I'm sure that you are excelling in your scenes as well. Chaos, as you mentioned, with your collaborations with Tiny, etc. Had I not been in this room, I wouldn't have known. But say, for example, I'm here, I'm networking with you now as an independent artist. I'm only going to get to know that. My man over there who's made a video, I've got a new video coming up, so I'm going to network with him. I'm going to get his number after the show. I'm going to try to see if we can work together as well. Sarangi player over there with that performance, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So, for sure I'm going to get your number as well. Because that's the way how it is. You need to learn to be open. And I was just going to get back to that. Roach, Rishi, you guys have got Facebooks, Twitters, etc. because you want to be interacting with the audience that your fans, potential fans, even upcoming people who might even share a sort of relation or anything like that towards you. I'm guessing more or less you want to hear from them, and even if it is newcomers, if you see that they have a passion, then it's not saying that you're going to be a brick wall and not help them out, right? You're going to either try guiding them in the right way, or you could try give them assistance. When it comes to newcomers, there's a lot of independent bodies that people don't know about. I didn't know about this until I actually entered. There's a company called Creative Independent in Birmingham who specialize in working with independent artists, whether you're with a major, whether you're from any genre or anywhere, no matter what you do. These guys give you free advice, only in the hope that in one day in return, you can therefore use their services. They've got a performance studio, music studio, all the resources there. They're just in the hope of that. So there are bodies out there. It's just a matter of how much you limit yourself and how much you want to get yourself out there. Networking, I think, is a major thing in the Asian industry. We do lack it, and I think maybe that's got to string along with the unity as well. I released my first product independently, and I received great feedback from BritAsia, from all the people that work there, from all the websites, and from all the radio stations. The sole reason being because maybe I went there and sort of approached them myself. I spoke to Gurge and all the ladies at BritAsia, as well as all the presenters. Bobby Friction. Bobby Friction put me as an introducing artist straight away. He got me on as a hot mix because I told him about who I was and what I did directly. I think sometimes maybe if you get a PR company involved and get them to do that with you, they sometimes don't need that persona, especially with you being a new artist. I think that we've all been speaking very negatively. However, there are options, there are ways and routes to get forward, and we all should be there to support each other. That's about it.